to my life, dim, in my 20s, not knowing what I'm getting to do. So I'm reading Finding Alaska, and I come across the saying. Well, I guess it's more of a question. What's the most important question all humans have to ask? And you're like, what's one thing that we have in common, every single one of us, that we all have to experience at some point? Death. So the question is, what happens when we die? Now you're thinking, well, we go to heaven. Thinking we're reincarnated. Whatever your belief is, no offense, but there's still the unknown. We don't exactly what happens when we die. Even if we believe in the Bible, it says that Jesus comes to earth. But it's fine to believe something that's actually probably the best way to go about it. But we still don't 100% know what happens to us when we die. And that's probably the beauty of it. At the same time, it's scary. Scary beautiful is what I call it. Because death is beautiful. We live a life, hopefully good. And at the end of it all, we release our suffering. And that's death. And so to me, death is beautiful because it's the one thing every single person has in common. So then you think, what happens when we die? So many different theories, so many different beliefs. And the only thing we can do is either believe or be terrified of the unknown. And I think that's where religion comes from, is that belief, because they don't want to be terrified of the unknown. Believing in something gives them something to rely on, so that when they do die, they hope that somebody goes to heaven or is reincarnated or whatever the belief may be. So my point is, the one question everybody asks is what happens after death. That is probably the most powerful question anybody can ask. And to me, I believe in God, but it's still terrifying to think about the unknown of death. And that's where religion, like I said, plays in, is death becomes a belief in something, so that terrifying thought can be eased in someone's mind. Is it still there in everybody? I say so. It goes down to my opinion again. It's that first video that I made about opinion, if you watch my channel, is that everybody has an opinion. There's some base, there's some story behind it, but it's there. And everybody has that thought, no matter how small, the unknown of death. Terrifying, but beautiful. Again, it's that scary beautiful that happens. What happens when we die? Honestly, no one 100% can tell me they know what happens when we die. You can think, you can believe, but you cannot tell me 100% you know what happens when we die unless you die. People can speak to the dead, can whatever they believe, whatever people believe. Do they believe in that kind of stuff, that people can believe in the dead? Or is there a plane between heaven and earth? Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Is it all theoretical? Yes. Is it a belief system? Yes. But that is the point. That is the core to the reasoning behind what happens after we die. What happens when that last breath, our soul, disappears from this body. It's bonkers to even think about. It's so hard to wrap your mind around, and that's where belief system comes in my opinion. This is all my theory and my thought system, and I hope you enjoy what I'm talking about. But death is ugly beautiful. It's ugly in the sense that we miss those who we lost. It's beautiful in the sense that it relieves suffering in so many people, and so many people with cancer or who are dying of an illness or just so miserable in their own lives. What happens after death? I don't know. But welcome to the journey of life. That's all I really had to say for this video, but I thought it was an interesting subject. That one question all humans have is what happens when we die. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Welcome back to my life. A 20-year-old who doesn't know what she wants to do. Alright, thanks.